Welcome to World Mysteries, where we explore the hidden, the haunted, and the unexplained. Today, we journey deep into the heart of the American West, to a place shrouded in darkness and mystery, Skinwalker Ranch. Located in northeastern Utah, this 512-acre stretch of isolated land has baffled scientists, frightened locals, and even captured the attention of the U.S. military. Known for UFO sightings, strange creatures, bizarre radiation spikes, and even alleged time anomalies, Skinwalker Ranch stands as one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. But what exactly is going on there? Why has the U.S. government poured millions into secret investigations? And could this land hold the key to forces beyond our understanding? Let's uncover the mystery. Long before modern scientists tried to explain the strange happenings at Skinwalker Ranch, the land was feared by Native American tribes, particularly the Navajo and the Ute. In Navajo legend, a skinwalker, or Yi-Naldlushi, is a malevolent witch with the supernatural ability to shapeshift into animals or even other people. These beings are said to gain their dark powers through unspeakable rituals and are associated with death, madness, and destruction. The Ute people, who have lived in the region for centuries, believe the ranch's area is cursed. According to one tale, during a bitter conflict long ago, the Navajo cast a curse on this land, unleashing skinwalkers, evil shapeshifters, into Ute territory. From that point on, the property was considered a place of dread, where strange, unearthly things could happen, and where one might encounter an entity that was not quite animal, not quite human. The Utes to this day avoid the ranch at night, believing malevolent spirits roam there. In their view, Skinwalker Ranch was born under a dark curse, tainted by ancient evil. In 1994, the Sherman family, Terry, his wife Gwen, and their 2 children, purchased the ranch, hoping to build a quiet life of cattle ranching. They couldn't have been more wrong. From the very first week, the Shermans were plagued by terrifying events that defied all logical explanation. One of the earliest incidents came when Terry and his son encountered a huge wolf-like creature near their cattle pen in broad daylight. The beast was 3 times the size of a normal wolf, yet oddly tame at first, until it suddenly grabbed a calf in its jaws. Terry shot the creature multiple times at point-blank range, but it shrugged off the bullets entirely. Without any sign of injury, the wolf released the calf and trotted off into the brush, leaving the Shermans stunned. Soon, the Shermans' cattle began to meet bizarre fates. Some vanished without a trace, as if plucked from the earth. Others turned up dead and mutilated with surgically precise cuts, organs removed through perfectly shaped holes in the hide, without a drop of blood left behind. There were no tracks, no signs of struggle, no predators. Whatever was doing this could kill a 1,200-pound animal and leave no clues at all. Night after night, the Shermans witnessed strange lights in the sky. Bright, glowing orbs of blue or orange would dance around the fields, exhibiting an almost playful intelligence, and then zip away at unbelievable speeds whenever someone approached. On several occasions, the family also saw larger, structured UFOs. For instance, a silent black triangle the size of a house that followed Gwen's truck one evening before shooting off into the stars. These objects made no sound and defied conventional explanation. Back on the ground, the Shermans experienced ghostly phenomena too. Inside their home, objects would move or vanish on their own, and disembodied voices spoke in unknown languages right above them. Terry even claimed to see a portal open in midair, a bright orange window in the sky through which he glimpsed a different world. On another night, a shadowy creature crawled out of a hovering orange portal before it snapped shut. It was as if reality itself was unstable on the ranch. The activity reached a violent climax in 1996 when a glowing orb toyed with the Shermans' dogs. One night, Terry set his 3 dogs after a persistent blue orb. The animals chased it into the darkness, only to fall eerily silent after a piercing yelp. The next morning, Terry found only greasy scorch marks on the ground where his dogs had been, as if they had been incinerated on the spot. That horrifying incident was the final straw for the family. After 18 months of ceaseless terror, the Shermans decided to flee. In 1996, they sold the ranch, just to escape whatever lurked there. Terry Sherman later admitted they even wondered if some secret military experiment might explain the horrors, but nothing in the end could account for what they experienced. They left Skinwalker Ranch with unanswered questions and the eerie feeling that something malevolent was still there, watching. That something soon caught the attention of a new owner. In 1996, Robert Bigelow, a billionaire aerospace entrepreneur and avid paranormal enthusiast, bought Skinwalker Ranch. He quickly turned it into a scientific outpost. A team of researchers moved in, and an array of cameras and sensors were installed to monitor the property around the clock. Bigelow's goal was simple: get to the bottom of the mystery using hard data. Bigelow's team observed many of the same phenomena the Shermans had, and then some. Glowing orbs continued to materialize, seeming to exhibit a kind of intelligence by evading efforts to capture them on film. The researchers recorded unexplained surges of electromagnetic energy and radiation that made equipment go haywire and batteries die suddenly. On one occasion, a physicist was knocked to the ground by an invisible force after digging on the property. He later developed a mysterious head injury and symptoms akin to radiation exposure. Time and again, devices would fail or images would blur at the critical moment a phenomenon occurred. It often felt like the ranch was aware of the observers, a trickster that toyed with them by staying one step ahead and refusing to be caught on camera. After nearly a decade, Bigelow's research team closed shop. Despite investing millions in years of surveillance, the ranch had defied science. The phenomena were undeniable, yet utterly elusive. But the mystery didn't stop there. In 2008, the Pentagon quietly launched a program called AWSAP, the Advanced Aerospace Weapon System Applications Program. With a black budget of $22 million, the Defense Intelligence Agency funded studies into anomalous activity, particularly at Skinwalker Ranch. Bigelow's company was awarded the contract, and government-sponsored teams documented hundreds of bizarre incidents, ranging from silent triangular craft in the skies to entities appearing in people's homes far away after visiting the ranch. Some investigators reported that the strange energy followed them home. Poltergeist activity, shadowy figures, and even physical illness plagued those who spent time on the property. The project officially ended in 2010, but many believe the research continues under different names, hidden from public view. In 2016, Bigelow sold Skinwalker Ranch to Utah real estate magnate Brandon Fugal. For years, Fugal kept his ownership secret, quietly continuing the investigations with advanced technology and a new team of scientists. In 2020, Fugal lifted the curtain and allowed the History Channel to film a documentary series on the ranch. It was the first time the public got a close look at the mystery. And yet, even under constant surveillance, the high strangeness continued. Cattle were again found dead with no apparent cause. Radiation levels spiked unexpectedly. GPS systems malfunctioned, and drones crashed over specific areas of the ranch. Instruments placed to measure magnetic fields would suddenly shut down the moment something unusual happened. On one occasion, a healthy cow collapsed and died moments after a UFO was sighted nearby. Another time, a researcher experienced intense cranial pressure and had to be rushed to the hospital. The phenomena behaved just as they had before, intelligent, elusive, and disturbingly real. What's really happening at Skinwalker Ranch? Theories abound. Some believe the ranch is a hotspot for extraterrestrial activity, where alien beings observe or experiment on humans and animals alike. Others suggest the ranch sits atop a dimensional rift, where portals open between worlds and bleed reality at the seams. A third group insists the ranch is simply a front for covert military experiments, testing psychological weapons or advanced aerospace tech. And finally, there are those who believe the ancient curse is real, that the land is spiritually tainted, saturated in energies that no human should try to understand. Maybe it's all of these. Maybe it's none. Skinwalker Ranch defies categorization because it seems to bend the very rules of nature. What's clear is this: despite decades of investigation, despite military interest and scientific study, the mystery endures. The ranch remains a place where the known and the unknown collide, where folklore meets physics, and where every answer only leads to more questions. As we leave behind the desolate fields and shadowy canyons of Skinwalker Ranch, one truth lingers: something is happening there. Something that refuses to be seen, but demands to be felt. Something older than science, stronger than fear, and stranger than fiction. And until we can name it, we will keep returning. Because the unknown doesn't just scare us, it calls to us. Stay curious, stay vigilant, and remember, the truth may be out there, but it may also be hiding in plain sight.